Yo, there you are. There you are. Where have you? They're cooking him. They're cooking him. They're cooking him. Holy shit. That's powerful, right? So last week I did what we called entitled athlete story. This week I'll do a weight cut horror story. I think every Friday I'll bring you a behind the scenes, eye opening, jaw dropping, no fucking way story that I've experienced or seen. This story comes from a few years ago at a UFC card on the East Coast. I was working with an athlete who was on the card, big athlete, lot of weight to cut. We cut weight great, on weight early, on weight on time, as always, ready to roll. Boom. Dolce diet. What? But there was another team there, and their team was a mess. Their team was a mess. And their team was working out and in plastics and tracksuits and just like death face all week. And they didn't speak much English. And when I say the team, I mean the athletes. The athletes. They had employed a weight management, nutrition, meal prep team or entity. And on weigh-in day, we were done early, so we were hanging out, just relaxing, and it was beautiful out where we were. It was a beautiful time of year, so we're getting sunshine actually out on the balcony, and we see a commotion. A commotion breaks out. Now, this team, they were Eastern Bloc athletes. Um, and there was, I don't know, maybe two or three individuals were fighting on the car, and it was hard to tell, with names that are hard for me to pronounce. A few notable names, of course, and a few names that were tough to pronounce. But one of the teammates came out who was very good friends with one of our teammates, my teammates, and he said, "They're killing him. They're killing him." Like he was like, "They're killing him." Distraught, distraught. And I didn't understand the language, and they're talking back and forth, and my friend, my teammates, like, oh, like holy like whoa, like what's going on? So I could see like, oh my god, this is pretty serious business is happening right now. So what they were doing, unfortunately, they were plunging this athlete into a boiling hot, boiling hot, boiling hot bathtub. Not just hot, not warm, not hot, not boiling hot, like scalding hot. They had heaters in the bathroom as if the scalding hot tub is not enough pain and torture and damage. Heaters in the bathroom and then running blow dryers, hot blow dryers in the bathroom. And the athlete in the tub is saying, "They're cooking me. They're cooking me." This is all anecdotal. This is the stories that came back to me as I'm standing there watching and listening. Then the retelling comes through. My point to all this is this stuff happens. This stuff is happening right now at the highest level, at the world class level, at the UFC level, at the Olympic level. Not at the NCAA's because they have it down pretty well. I mean, it's bad, but not that style of bad. They're not cooking athletes. Now this story is topical because I'm presenting a talk on extreme weight cutting for the National Strength and Conditioning Association Combat Sports Clinic here in Las Vegas in September at the UFC Performance Institute. And this is exactly what the talk is about not to do. Not to do the wrong way. This is the wrong way. That's the that's the wrong way. Everything you have to do everything opposite of that. Opposite of that, completely opposite of that. The athlete should not say they're cooking me, right? The athlete shouldn't feel like they're being cooked and their skin scalded and tortured because the room is just hotter. How hot does it have to be? How hot does it have to be? Right? The body operates at 98.6. So if you're 99.6, you're feeling hot. You're getting hot. Right? The body maintains approximately 37 degrees Celsius homeostasis, core temperature. What do you have to do? Why do we have to burn our skin in order to move that up to 37.5 to sweat, right? I mean, doesn't that make more sense? No, we're gonna fucking burn this kid. We're gonna cook this kid. We're gonna cook this kid, and then we're gonna torture him. Hot blow dryers while you're in the tub, and people are yelling at you, and what? No, God knows what else, and you still have X amount of pounds to lose. Just blowing terrible hot air, cooking air, boiling air, dry, can't breathe, anxiety. Get me the fuck out of here. I'm freaking out. Get me the fuck out of here. I fuck it. Just breaking this poor kid. And I don't know. I don't know the kid. Um, they're cooking him. That's the story. I witnessed that. I saw that. I've seen it so many times. I've seen it so many times. I got another great one. This is a twofer story. So I'm in Brazil with an athlete, and we're cutting weight. Again, all the athletes we have ever worked with are big fucking athletes for their weight classes, right? We're the only team with a 100% success ratio in getting our athletes on weight, on time, every time for the last 20 years. No other team or system can say that, but you know the Dolce diet can because we are the best. But for these reasons, and listen while Uncle Mike talks. So we're there. We show up on Tuesday and we see his opponent in the sauna in plastics, laying on the floor, looking like he was dead. Tuesday night. Tuesday night. We're like, okay, that's awesome. What are we doing on Tuesday? We're eating and drinking and relaxing and chilling and preparing. We're letting the body lose its weight naturally through food and electrolyte management. Simple, passive, passive weight loss. That's where it's at. How can we lose more weight in less time with less work every time? So this athlete passed out Tuesday night. We go walking by on Wednesday morning in there, leaning on his coach, dead against the wall. We go Wednesday night to hot tub and play music and hang out. And we can see the sauna, and all we see is legs in his plastic suit Wednesday night. And we're just hanging there, and immediately my athlete is sweating. I know when my athletes sweat. I know what temperature we need to be at. I know how much they sweat per minute, per 10-minute interval. I know what they sweat when they weigh weight class plus X, when they weigh weight class plus Y. I know what they sweat. Easy stuff, pro stuff. So we're already in there. We're just sweating and you know, iPadding up. The coach of the athlete in the sauna, the dying athlete, comes walking up and he says, "Hey, coach, like you're not going to lose any weight that way." So what? What are you talking about? He's like, "Oh, in the hot tub, you're not going to lose any weight in the hot tub. Like you got to go in the sauna." I was like, "Oh yeah." I said, "We're not trying to lose weight. We're good." He's like, "Oh, but you have to cut weight." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, we'll cut a little bit." And he's like, "Oh well, yeah, well the hot tub won't work." He's like, "Do you want me to go get? I have Epsom salts. I have. You want me to go get? I have bags of Epsom salts. You want me to get the Epsom salts?" I said, no, no, we're good. Thank you. Thank you. No, no help, no assistance, please. No offering. Oh, opponent, here, I'm going to tell you like exactly the wrong thing to do. Um, and I'm looking over and like his athlete is might be dead. It might be fucking dead. And I don't laugh because obviously he lived. We get done, we walk into the locker room, and this same athlete is on the floor like a hollow skeleton, like almost like translucent skin, eyes like rolling around in his head. This is Wednesday before a Friday weigh-in. I'm like, damn, like, hey, your fight might not happen. Like this motherfucker, he might get pulled from the card, might not make weight. So mentally, let's prepare for these possible outcomes as we continue expecting the contract to be fulfilled. So we go on, we do our thing, we're ready to roll, we're on weight, on time every time. We get to this is back in the Burt Watson days. We get to the Burt Watson meeting, pre weigh in staging. And I see the opponent and I see the coach, and there's lots of talk back and forth. And one of the UFC ops team members says, "Hey, man, I think there's a little problem here. I don't think he's on weight." So I'm like, "Okay." I walk straight up to the coach. I say, "Hey, coach, how's it going?" "Good." I said, is he on weight?" "Oh, yeah, yeah, he's good." I said, "He's on weight?" "Yeah, yeah, he's good." I said, "You sure?" "Yeah, yeah, no, he's good. He's good." I said, "Because I'm being told by people he's not on weight." "Hey, Bert, come here for a second." "What's up, baby? What's up?" "I don't think he's on weight because it looks like," and when I'm asking the coach, the athlete's like, "Oh, like, looking scared." Like, "Bert, I don't think he's on weight." Bert's like, "What?" He's like, "You good? You good?" The coach's like, "Well, yeah, we're good. We're good. You got a little bit more, but it's okay. We got an hour." And Bert's like, "You get on the scale?" He's like, "Well, no, no, not yet, not yet. Come on, come get on the test scale." Now, the UFC, they do such a great job. They have a test scale. So when you get there, you step on the test scale, if you're on the test scale matches the main scale. So an hour, 2 hours, all day because it's there all week. You can go on the test scale. So you know exactly what you are. Same day, test scale. He gets on the test scale, 5 over. 5 over. 5 over. Oh no, he's just got a little bit. He's just got a little bit. Now, this is the same dude who is telling me that we're not going to lose weight chilling in a hot tub while he's killing his dude. And these stories have parallels because they cooked this fucking kid. They cooked him. They cooked him too. They cooked him in a cedar box. They cooked the other one in boiling water, like steam it or fucking boil it. Steam them or boil them. You're cooking both of these fucking dudes. You're cooking these athletes. They're cooking him. They're cooking him. So everybody listening, everybody who knows anybody in the MMA world, the wrestling world, the boxing world, the judo, jiu-jitsu, the weight cutting world, just understand most of the dickheads that your loved one is listening to doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. They're going to cook him or her. Cook him or her. And they're going to come up with some bullshit bogus excuse when they fail. They're going to dip their heads. Scary stuff, right? Scary stuff. So there's the two stories. Let me answer a couple questions here. Marcelo, what's up, Marcelo? Jason, Dolce is live. My day is complete. I appreciate that. Roman Graham, what's up, Roman Graham? Anthony Glaze, good morning. Jason Stewart prepping to start 3 weeks to Shredded on Monday. Boom. 3 weeks to Shredded is the most successful healthy weight loss program ever devised. You can go to thedolcediet.com and you can join the 4-week or 12-week online program. This is the same program proven effective by the world's greatest athletes for over 20 years with a 100% success ratio. How about that? Nobody else can claim that. We can because it's true, and you can research it right now. Boom. I love that fact. Sean Wilton. Hey, Mike. Sean here from New Zealand. What's up, Sean? Just started 3 weeks to Shredded. Weight isn't dropping, but damn, man, I feel amazing. Shitting better. Life is good. Thank you, Sean. Exactly it, man. That's the thing. It's not what you weigh. It's how you feel, how you look, how you perform. And I don't know what your goals were. And I don't know if you started with 3 weeks to Shredded or Living Lean. Living Lean is a recomp program. We're not trying to lose weight per se on Living Lean. We're trying to build and sculpt while we slim and shape. 3 weeks to Shredded is the aggressive loss. I'm happy to hear it, man. Keep crushing, Sean. Keep me posted. I want to follow your results, bro. Marcelo, hey, Dolce, is the 12-week program a one-time fee or how exactly does it work? It is. So you go to the dolcediet.com, you join the 4-week or the 12-week program, you get a one-time charge up front for the entirety of your program, and then you have the option to roll into the $9.99 retention program in which you keep full access to your site, to your profile, to your data, to your goals and your PRs and all your training logs and things like that. You get the resources of exercises and nutrition plans and the leaderboard so you can track your progress amongst everybody in the world in the system. We have a forum that's awesome and thousands of comments in the forum now, which is crushing it, and just a shit ton more. So you have access to all that when your program expires for $9.99 should you choose so. But really, it's the one charge up front. Ahmed, what can I feed my puppy? We play with that quite a bit. We do feed mostly whole foods, real foods to our dog. There is some good brands. I forget the name of them. It's a local brand here out of Las Vegas that makes a whole food dog food product. And it's not really that much more expensive when you're buying the higher grade of kibble, which most people do. The kibble's not good for your dogs. We also we'll add some chicken sometimes. We'll add some fish sometimes. We'll add some greens and some sweet potatoes sometimes. That's just like extra fresh. When we make it for ourselves, we'll usually throw some in her bag. We give her extra turmeric, a little bit of turmeric in her feed, because she's a little older and she's a pit bull, and we're just conscious of her hips and her flare ups. So Anthony Glaze, breakfast bowl is the best thing I've ever eaten. I look forward to it every morning after my walk. Boom, Anthony, right on. Marcelo Franco Dolce is against torture. I am. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that. Johan, Papa D, why is this legal? If a man did this sort of thing to his wife, he'd go to jail. Absolutely. It's crazy. It's because the athletes are complicit in it. The athletes go along with it. The athletes don't know any better. The coaches don't know any better. The teammates don't know any better. The managers don't know any better. The promoter evidently doesn't know any better. The commissioners evidently don't know any better. I don't know why nobody knows any better, but this is exactly what it is. You're cooking them. You're cooking them. You're cooking your athletes. And during my presentation at the NSCA combat clinic, I will break down more of the science behind the extreme weight cuts and what the problem is. The problem isn't what they think it is. The solution is not what they think it is, not what they're trying to create. All they're trying to do is make it hotter. Oh, it's not working. I don't know. We got 4 pounds to lose. Make it hotter in here. Make it hotter. He's got to sweat sometime, right? Put the plastics on. There, you turn on the fucking turn on the heaters, turn on the blow dryers. Everybody, come here, get real close. Let's cuddle. Let's cuddle. Body heat, man. Let's do body heat. Get more blankets in here. Get more blanket. Put on gloves. Put on hat. Turn the temperature to 8 billion degrees Celsius. I want that fucking hot tub boiling, everybody. Who got a sauna? Anybody got a sauna? Put the sauna in the fucking boiling tub, and that we're going to get the weight off. Right? That's what these fuckers do. That's what's happening at the world class level. It's sickening. It makes me sick. Um, War Gutsy, can you talk about Chael's 20-pound overnight cut? Yeah, it was easy. That's exactly what we were talking about. This is what, 10 years ago now? Almost 10 years, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years or so ago when Chael fought Anderson Silva for the second fight, big fight. The day before weigh-ins, Chael woke up 22 pounds over, 22 pounds over, fully fed, fully hydrated, fully prepared, ready to go, electrolytes balanced, the ideal emotional hormonal state was created for what? Boom, we pulled the plug. He dropped weight, was on weight early and rehydrating before he stepped on the scale. That's how we do it. And that's a decade ago we were doing that. All these yokels running around cooking fucking athletes. They have no idea. All they're doing is cooking athletes. That's all they're doing. And that's because I see this. We hear about it. They talk about it. The athletes saying that I almost died. I thought I was gonna die. The doctor said I almost died. Don't do this. You're gonna die. What? What? What's happening? What the fuck did you guys do so fucking poorly that the athletes saying that they think they're gonna die? Not like, yeah, this sucks. It's uncomfortable. I could really eat a burger right now. I could go for an ice cold Sprite. A lot of athletes want ice cold Sprites. Now, okay, yeah, I get it. It's uncomfortable. But no, oh, you're in the hospital? What? You went to the hospital? The doctor said what? 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 No, that's not supposed to happen. That's not supposed to happen. Who fucked that up so bad? Who? What the fuck? Where did that information come from? Who thought that would be a good idea? Jesus Christ! They put the sauna into the boiling hot tub. Just wait till you get out. Yeah, sorry. I have fun with it because it's insane, right? It's fucking insane. It's insane what they're doing. It's insane what they're doing to these athletes. And it's the culture. It's the culture, right? It's just these just idiots running around, just fucking shooting blindly into the air, throwing athletes in the hot tubs and saunas and plastic suits. Got to have the plastic suits. Got to tuck it in. I got to put on the fucking lube. I got to lube up, lube up, lube up, lube up, and then I got to tuck I got to put on my dry fits and tuck my dry fits in. And then I put on my plastic suit. I got to tuck the plastic suit in because we need to layer that heat, keep the heat in. And then I need to get on a sweatsuit. I'll put on a sweatsuit too, a sweatsuit over that. Got to tuck the sweatsuit top into the shorts, pull it up nice and high. Got to put socks on to keep the heat inside the tube, inside the sweatsuit, inside this death container. I don't know the last time, probably over a decade, that we did any of that shit, even thought to do any of that shit. And shame on us for doing any of that shit, but never like this shit. It's insane. It's insane. Ahmed, did you see the back and forth between Dana White and Brendan Schaub? I did. I did. It was, I don't know if it's funny or if it's sad. I don't know what it is, but it's entertaining. I don't really get into that shit. I peripherally like glance social media. Hopefully I'm looking for like, cool food pics or new exercise tips, somebody's success story. But I despise troll media. I despise just the fake news from all sides. Everything is just so fake, so weird, so click oriented. And it's one thing is when you're sharing content that hopefully has a usable base. Like you're sharing content that some people might use, some people might think is stupid. But if you have an audience of people that, well, they do want to learn more about the amino acid structure of quinoa or how to make a quinoa pudding for your kids. Well, that's awesome. Not everybody cares about that, but those who do, it's important. That's the content we put out typically, and that's the content that we typically like. Of course, I do these Friday rant videos where I rant on topics like this. But again, that's to help you guys keep you guys healthy and safe. And notice I don't name any names. I'm not naming any names, and they're pretty damn specific. We're talking in generalities. These are just athletes. And you could take any one of the story I have, you can just add 100 different names because another athlete was in that position. Right. And it's so this is what's happening behind the scenes. And even my last video about the entitled MMA athlete, I didn't put nobody on blast. That's the weird thing. Eddie Gonzalez, which of your programs is good to build up? Can it be tailored to BJJ to not lose too much muscle? Which of your programs is good to build up? So that would be the 12-week Living Lean in 3 weeks to Shredded bundle at thedolcediet.com. You will go through an onboarding program where you put in your personal information and goal set, gain weight, gain strength, improve performance, lose weight, get shredded, improve health. And the program will be built for you. So your nutrition plan and your exercise program will be built for you. If you want to gain strength and gain muscle, you're likely going to be put into our beast mode system or our power deadlift program. And then we have a third hypertrophy system. I Oh, TJ Ahern. I did 3 weeks to Shredded with a friend who was cutting weight. He had a great weight cut, and the same thing happened to us. Another coach said we wouldn't lose weight. His fighter almost died cutting. That's happens all the time. It's crazy. Ahmed, is unhealthy eating related to depression? Absolutely, it is. Of course, it is. Is adding Himalayan salt to your water good for performance? Yes, it can be. Do you have any athletes in professional boxing? Yes, we do. Hey, what's up? Actually, we not to glance over that. So we work with Mr. Felix Sturm, five-time world champion Felix Sturm. Lost a controversial split decision to Oscar De La Hoya earlier in his career, but he's the reigning WBC. Oh, I forget his weight class at the moment, but he's the reigning WBC champion, Felix Sturm. We also worked with Andre Berto after his shoulder surgery when Berto came back. We helped him for his two combat fights in the lead up to the Floyd fight. Josecito Lopez, we worked with him coming back off his hand surgery. And then a few others, athletes like Sean Porter, we've consulted for quite a few more, quite a few more. Hey, what's up, dog? What's up, Xander? Good to see you, man. Eddie Gonzalez, thanks. You got Eddie. Danny Peterson, what's up, Uncle Mike? Living the dream, eating real food and exercising. Thanks for the motivation. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Werber, hey Mike, good to see you. I will be posting my 3 weeks to shredded pics soon. I'm getting bugged by the gym bros. What's your opinion on Deca? Werber, stay away, my man. Stay away, bro. Why? What's the point? So you can swell up and then crash down afterwards. So your dick, just as you look good enough for your dick to start working or dick to be used, it doesn't work anymore. You don't want to be doing that. A lot of dudes report serious erectile dysfunction while taking DECA. Also can happen from taking testosterone. So you got to be careful with what you're doing to yourself. You should be under a doctor's care. Fuck the gym bros. Stay away from the gym bros. Go to your doctor, like we always say, and get a comprehensive blood panel done. Have a complete wellness test done, and then discuss the results with your doctor and see what's needed. Where are you deficient? What can be brought up? That's what you do. So then you'll look better. You'll be way healthier. You'll keep that body. You won't kind of just crash when your cycle's over. LaMarcus Sturm won that Oscar fight. Fuck yeah, he did, LaMarcus. I remember that, man. I was so mad. I was so mad, so mad. Because Oscar lost that fight. Sturm won that fight, clearly won that fight, and they gave it to Oscar via split decision. And props to at least the one judge who had the balls to give it to Sturm on that one. Sander, T Mayweather's in the house. That's what's up, T Mayweather. Ahmed, is MMA the most difficult sport in the world? No, no. And I say that respectfully because there's lots of difficult sports. In MMA, there's the possibility of fame and glory. You look at amateur wrestling, which the training is equally grueling, if not worse. There's no glory. There's no fame at the end. There's no glory at the end typically. So what's worse? What's hardest? Is it harder to toil away with the same type of energy and output for no fame at the end? Where MMA, you have the Conor McGregor model, you have the Ronda Rousey model set up. Hey man, I have a fight in August in Vegas. Hope to see you. That sounds good, man. We are here at the Dolce Diet and Fitness Center. If you guys appreciate any of the content we put out, give us a thumbs up. I appreciate the thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up. If any of this information is helpful or even entertaining, if I can at least entertain you guys with my ramblings, the ramblings of a very accomplished coach, by the way, in my own right. If I must, I certainly will. So a lot of the information that we put out here is meant to be fun and engaging, but at the same time, it is very solid and is meant to give you actionable information as you move back into your own life. I ask you, I beg you, I plead with you, I implore you, please research everything I say. Please do your own research. Spend 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 5 hours going down the rabbit hole of knowledge. Please research everything I say. But what I do tell you comes from one of the most successful nutrition and fitness systems on the planet. We have access to more high level individuals than almost any other, but of course, than many other. And we're able to understand exactly what works and what does not work. So when I speak with you guys, my good friends, on here on YouTube for an hour or so completely for free, I'm just sharing with you the exact information that actually works. What I see, what my team sees, what we've experienced, what we've learned, what we've proven, what our peers have proven that we've tested and improved upon. That's what we share with you. That's what I do. So when you go back and you listen to our the previous episodes of the Mike Dolce Show podcast, or you go back and listen to the previous videos on our YouTube channel, if you're able to catch any of our live streams on Instagram, if you go to thedolcediet.com, you read any of the 1,200 or so free articles that are on that site, just know we're giving you the best possible information as we have it. And it's the same answers that we give to the world's greatest athletes and the Hollywood celebrities and the super famous bodies that you know of right now. You've probably read stories about them in the first 2 hours of being awake from all sectors. We know and work with many of them. And we give that information to you guys. And that's what I think is very important. That's why you should give me a bunch of fucking thumbs up. Every person who comes on should give me a thumbs up, but that's okay because I'll still be here. Um, but my job is to educate you guys. My job is to inspire you guys. My job is to entertain you long enough that some piece of knowledge or advice or thought can be influenced, and you can start living a better life, getting closer to your goals, and then your example can spread to those around you, and there is a synergistic effect. That's what we're trying to do here ultimately, which is why I do so many of these lives and these frees, and just give as much of this free content out there as possible. I know of no other health or fitness coach, specifically at our experience level, that puts out this much free content, that takes this much time to engage directly with you guys, answer every one of your questions every time I come on, and truly is passionate about you living your best life, not selling you some exogenous fucking synthetic chemical powder, right? Not tricking you to following some sort of BS fucking bogus template program. What we're doing is we're sharing an educational system that has been proven effective. It's been proven effective. It's been proven 100% effective amongst the world's greatest athletes for 20 years. And that stat is something that you should really consider. We certainly consider it because there's a system here, a proven system that works when many other equally more qualified, more credentialed, what have you, PhD, MD, MS, RD, LRD, whatever the credentials are that go through, they don't have the same success rate. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. Jason, how many books have you released? We've released 4 or 5, including Living Lean Cookbook Volume 1 and 2. So we had 3 Weeks to Shredded, #1 international bestseller. Living Lean, #1 international bestseller. What? Living Lean Cookbook Volume 1, #1 international bestseller. That was on iTunes. That was like in top 10 on iTunes for over 2 years. Just our cookbook alone, right? Pretty fucking awesome. #1 on Kindle, #1 on Amazon, #1 on Barnes and Noble, #1 on Nook. All of our books have been. What else? Um, College Diet Guide. College Diet Guide sold really well. We didn't have the broad global appeal, but we crushed it on Amazon. And then Living Lean Cookbook Volume 2 was a #1 bestseller, and that continues to crush. So those are our books, and something to be said is we self-publish. We don't have a publishing house behind us. Started off as my wife and I, who has her master's in communication, and she spent, her early career working for MTV and radio and print media and newspaper. So she has a very eclectic background in media, all form of media. And what we decided to do was to go on and on ourselves and independently publish, self-publish, and that's what we did. And which was pretty fucking cool because we rolled the dice. We rolled the dice on ourselves because we had offers. We had offers from two of the biggest, especially in the United States, two of them, the biggest publishing houses, gave us decent offers for first-time author, but we're like, no, it's too low for what we know the brand is worth and the content we're going to put out. That's too low. Here's our number, which was 10 times what their number was. We didn't expect them. I'll do actually a whole rant on this or story on this. We didn't expect them to accept it, but like that's truly what it'd be worth. And they were like, you guys are crazy. And we're like, yeah, we know. So we're gonna go risk it all, and hopefully it works out. Otherwise, we're gonna be giving people 3 weeks of shredded books for the next 40 Christmases each. And it worked out. Shout outs from Egypt. Ahmed in Egypt. Hello, my friend. I appreciate that. Um, Jason says the info is always helpful, entertaining. I appreciate that. Luis, I lost 100 pounds with the Dolce diet. The dude speaks the truth. Well, I appreciate that. And if you guys don't know, I lost 110 pounds myself following the Dolce diet. I weighed 282 pounds in my mid 20s and I dropped it down to 169 pounds. It's actually 113 total pounds. When I was fighting in the IFL, I weighed in at 169 pounds when I fought Jim Abril in Atlanta and actually won that fight by knockout, which was pretty cool. But I've lost over 100 pounds too. Luis has lost over 100 pounds. Julian says I'm an ugly boy. Oh, that makes me sad, but not really. It's a good thing I was raised with confidence. So I don't care, Julian, what you say. Can you speak on type 2 diabetes and the Dolce approach, quinoa, blueberries, fruits, carbs? I can. Let me finish, Johan, and I'll finish with your question. I still have 57 pounds I'd like to eliminate, but down 19 pounds in 10 weeks. I still need your motivation, Papa Dolce. Johan, we are here for you. You are above the average. You're losing nearly 2 pounds per week every single week, which is great for what you're doing, which is total physique lifestyle change, right? You're going from a morbidly obese position, I would say, if you're nearly 80 pounds overweight to start with. I love your transition. I love that we're taking our time to change your body. And likely you're gaining lean muscle tissue during this time because now you're eating the proper foods and you're training intelligently. Now we're growing some lean muscle tissue. So it's a higher net loss, I would assume for sure. But even if it was half that, I'd be super stoked for you because you have made the decision, Johan, to change your life and you're following those steps. That's the beauty of this. We're not trying to get fucking shredded abs and win UFC world titles. That's all fine and dandy, but truly, I could care less. I could care less about that stuff. What we want is we want healthy people getting healthier, treating themselves in a manner that will allow them to live their perfect life, their best life. And Johan, again, I'm so happy for you. And now back to Brandon's question. Can you speak on type 2 diabetes and the Dolce diet approach? We can. Now, number one, this is not medical advice. Any diet or exercise program should be directly under the supervision of your doctor. We do, as a practice, work with people who have different forms of insulin issues. That's why we have registered dietitians on staff. Very important. Most other teams and systems don't have a team of registered dietitians on staff to work with individuals who are suffering from some sort of blood sugar, insulin health issue in general. You work with our registered dietitians. Our system is trying to create a lifestyle that reduces the risk of falling into the patterns and cycles that can bring about blood sugar issues, insulin issues, pre-diabetes, type 2 diabetes, insulin dependent type 1 diabetes. What we try and do is we try and create a lifestyle, allow you to create a lifestyle, work with you to create a lifestyle that doesn't set off specific triggers. Now, we do need to know more about you as the individual, or you should know more about you as the individual because you're working on yourself with your doctor. But carbohydrates are not bad. Many people, I have to be careful the way I say this. Many people have reported to us the positive benefit of the Dolce diet with regards to their type 1, type 2, pre-diabetes, or PCOS. That's a big deal. I'm not making that claim. Other people have made that claim. Other people have come on here and said how their doctor has actually suggested they follow certain Dolce diet recipes. What we say is take our recipes, take our cookbook, take your program, go to your doctor and say, hey, doc, what of this can I not eat? What should I eat? Therefore, you can then see what is good and what is bad based upon your personal situation. I'm very careful with my words here because I don't want someone to jump in and eat a breakfast bowl or squeeze raw honey into their post workout electrolyte shake and say, well, Dolce told me. No, no, I'm not. I'm saying you have to talk to your doctor about it. But we have seen reports of great success. And that makes perfect sense. Now, my aunt is a diabetic. When she first was becoming and accepting the fact that she was a diabetic, she went to her doctor and her doctor had given her a list of approved foods. One of, and there was many terrible foods on there, that but one that stuck out was Cheerios. Cheerios. And she's like, "Oh, what do you think?" And I was like, well, I would change the Cheerios to just an oat bran or a steel cut oat. She's like, that's not what the doctor said. I said, well, yeah, I get it. I said, well, why don't you just take this to the doctor and say, hey, doc, can I just have oatmeal instead? Really like normal, clean, healthy oatmeal instead, higher fiber oatmeal instead. You know, more balanced nutrition, greater cofactors oatmeal instead, and not what are all these ingredients anyway? Like what are all this stuff? Oh, there's cane sugar added to this and canola oils added to this and whatever preservatives and anti-drying or caking or whatever synthetic agents are actually in there. There's so many different in there. So what we do, and we help give at worst, we help give healthy options to replace a lot of the synthetics that you might normally be choosing. What many people have found is that by adopting our approach and our recipes and some of our specific programs, they've seen great improvement to their health and to their condition. Again, that doesn't mean it will. That doesn't mean it's a cure. And I'm not saying that, again, being very careful with my words, but that means you should take our information and go to your doctor and say, what can I eat? What should I not eat out of this? And you will likely be very, 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 very surprised at how much food is actually on there. Whoa, where are the shades? I know, Larry. I just couldn't do the D bag Fridays anymore. So now I think this is a little bit better. I like the rant. Whoa, where are they? Okay, Josh. Hey, random question related to your streams. Can you change it so we can rewind during the live stream? Josh, I would if I could, but I can't, so I won't. I don't know how to do that, my friend. Right now, I don't know how to do that, and I have no producer in house uh, getting it done for me. It's just me. It's just Uncle Mike over here working the switchboards and the interfaces and all the mics and the gains and the whats and the hertz and watts and whatever else I'm doing over here. But we're getting it done. We're getting it done. I am using it, taking advantage of YouTube's live software that's actually a part of my dashboard on my YouTube channel, which is a really cool upgrade for YouTube. I know it kind of slurs and stops every so often, but it continues. So hopefully that gets cleared up. Otherwise, what I do is I like this type of engagement. I like to be able to talk to you guys directly instead of me just shooting a video with a camera and then posting it to YouTube. That's what we did in the beginning, and that was good. It helped grow the channel, but it seems like you guys like this more. We can engage more, and if you don't, then fine. I'll just take my content and go home. Brandon, thank you for answering and all you do. Brandon, I'm happy to be here. Thank you. Johan, we can call it Family Friday. We kind of like our family, kind of like family. We are. Exactly, Johan. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody here. Remember, leave a thumbs up. There's training out there. So if I keep looking out the window, I'm just like, oh, look what we're doing. Oh, yeah, she's killing her. Good job. So I'm watching what everyone's doing outside the window. Appreciate you guys for being here. Keep checking back, right? New videos every day. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, click on notifications. Also, subscribe to the Mike Dolce Show podcast on iTunes, on Spotify, on Stitcher, on Google Play. Hopefully, everywhere podcasts are, ours is there. You can go to thedolcediet.com right now. You can join that 4-week or 12-week online program right now. You can start right now. You can get in there right now with promo code NEWME and save 20%. That's right. Those of you who stayed till the end, get the 20% off code. We're not posting this. We're not telling anybody about this. Just you guys who stayed to the end of this feed. Promo code NEWME. You'll save 20%. That's a lot. I'm at thedolcediet.com on our 4-week or 12-week online program. And if you're ready, if you've been on the fence about being ready, if you think it's time, pull the trigger. Pull the trigger. Get in there right now. Promo code NEWME at thedolcediet.com and start the 4-week or 12-week online healthy weight loss program. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? It's ready to roll. Everybody else, I will be back soon. Boom. That's right, everybody. My wonderful YouTube family.